Most people come to inner work because something hurts. A relationship that keeps repeating, the same wound, an anxiety that never fully leaves, a need for approval that keeps running life, the feeling of being too much or not enough, the pressure to succeed, the fear of failing, the exhaustion of holding it all together. And usually we try to solve these struggles at the surface. We try to be calmer, kinder, stronger, more confident, more disciplined, more loving, more spiritual. We try to fix the visible. But the deepest cause is often hidden underneath, beneath the reaction, beneath the struggle, beneath the story we tell ourselves. There is often a deeper structure at work, an unconscious pattern, a way fear learned to organize perception. Reaction, relationships, and identity itself. This is the problem beneath the problem, not simply what you do, but what has been organizing what you do. Not simply your struggle, but the pattern beneath the struggle. And until that deeper layer is seen, even sincere healing can remain partial, because we keep trying to change the fruit without seeing the root. And because what lives at the root does not stay at the root, it shapes us, our reactions, relationships, and identity. We need to really see what is shaping us. Because those unconscious shapes create our personality, the way we move through life, the way we protect ourselves, the way we seek love, the way we try to stay safe. And because these shapes are embodied or have been embodied for so long, we do not experience them as pattern. We experience them as me. That is why recognition is the first step. Because what remains unconscious continues to organize us from beneath. And recognition is not easy. No one teaches us that fear can build a persona. No one teaches us that what feels most familiar may not be the truth of who we are, but a strategy we built to survive when no one ever showed us what these defense mechanisms look like. That is why I teach this work visually, because sometimes we cannot recognize a pattern through explanation alone. Sometimes we need to see it.
Now, as you can see, this world has a lighter, more serene feel. And over here, this one is more vibrant and energetic. Both are unique, but which one speaks to you?
We need to recognize it in posture, in atmosphere, in expression, in the whole way a life has been arranged around fear. This is why I teach this work visually. Because sometimes we cannot recognize a pattern through explanation alone. Sometimes we need to see it. That is why I created these drawings, to show not only the structure fear builds, but the posture, expression, and feeling it creates in a person. What you are about to see are 9 ways fear takes shape in the self. Type 1. In this pattern, fear tightens the whole being. It makes people hold themselves to impossible standards and brace around getting things wrong. Beneath it is the fear of being wrong, bad, or out of order. Type 2. In this pattern, fear moves outwards toward others. It makes people overgive, anticipate needs, and offer love before it is even asked for. Beneath it is the fear of being unwanted, unloved, or left outside love. Type 3. In this pattern, fear turns toward performance. It makes people shape themselves to be seen well, valued, and admired. Beneath it is the fear of having no worth without success, image, or achievement. Type 4. In this pattern, fear turns toward what feels missing. It makes people live close to longing, emotional intensity, and the search for what is absent. Beneath it is the fear of being ordinary, abandoned, or deeply lacking. Type 5. In this pattern, fear pulls away from life. It makes people withdraw into distance, privacy, and understanding. Beneath it is the fear of being overwhelmed, intruded upon, or drained. Type 6. In this pattern, fear scans for what might go wrong. It makes people question, prepare, anticipate, and stay alert to danger. Beneath it is the fear that the ground is not stable and safety cannot be trusted. Type 7. In this pattern, fear moves away from pain and toward possibility. It makes people seek freedom, stimulation, movement, and what comes next. Beneath it is the fear of being trapped, limited, or left alone with pain. Type 8. In this pattern, fear rises as strength. It makes people move toward control, intensity, protection, and force. Beneath it is the fear of being harmed, controlled, or made vulnerable. Type 9. In this pattern, fear softens itself to avoid disturbance. It makes people go quiet, merge with others, and keep the peace by disappearing from themselves. Beneath it is the fear that conflict or tension will cost them connection and belonging. And if you recognized yourself in one of these patterns, this is why it matters. These patterns are not random. They are intelligent. They once protected something. They helped us survive what did not feel safe. And because they helped us survive, we trusted them. We repeated them. We refined them. We built our lives around them. Until one day, the strategy became a self. This is why surface level change so often fails. Because the pattern is not just a habit, it is an inner government. It is not just something you do, it is something that has been shaping you from underneath. And as long as it remains unconscious, you will keep trying to improve the very structure that is keeping you stuck. You will call it growth, but underneath, the throne is still occupied by fear. This is why so many sincere people still suffer. Not because they are failing, not because they are broken, but because they are trying to change what hurts without yet seeing what is causing it. So to understand this inner government, or you could call it shadow government more clearly, I illustrate it through 4 symbolic figures. First, the dragon, The dragon represents our unconscious fears, our protection mechanism. He rules the whole inner structure until he is seen. Then comes the archetype. The archetype is the reactive strategy built around that fear. It is the automatic pattern, the part of us that reacts without awareness. Then comes the ruler. The ruler is the self-image built on top of that pattern, the presentable self, the one that tries to keep everything under control and look acceptable to the world. This is the self we often mistake for me, but it is not who we are. It is the identity built by fear and maintained by habit. And then there is the lantern. The lantern is recognition. It is the light of awareness turning inward. The moment we begin to see clearly what has been running our inner life, this is the turning point. Not trying to perfect the pattern, but seeing it. But the pattern is not all of you. Underneath the fear, underneath the coping, underneath the self you learned to be, something real is still there. I call this the sacred garden of essence. It is the part of you that was never destroyed, the part that got covered but never disappeared. You do not have to build it. You do not have to earn it. It does not need to be created. It needs to be revealed. Like a sculpture slowly revealing the beautiful figure hidden in the stone, what is most true in you begins to appear when recognition meets grace. Fear may have covered it, but it could never erase the beauty hidden underneath. This is the deeper purpose of my work, not just to see the protection mechanism, but to reveal the beauty that already lives within you, so that the truest part of you can emerge. So, if something here feels familiar, if part of you has recognized itself, if you are tired of returning to the same struggle, then maybe this is the beginning of a different kind of journey. Not with more pressure, not with more fixing, just a new way of seeing. That is why my work is visual, because sometimes words are not enough. Sometimes we need to see with new eyes what has been living underneath. So if this speaks to you, come with me on this adventure. There is more to see, more to discover. And maybe as you travel inward, you may begin to see with new eyes.